UKV, let's come together to learn.
Hello friends, welcome to our YouTube channel EduKV. Today we shall discuss about the first chapter of class 11th, Bio, the Living World. This is the third video in continuation of the previous one. In this video, you will be able to learn about the taxonomy and taxonomic hierarchy. Okay, first of all, let's start with the taxonomy. Actually, taxonomy is the process of classification based on the characteristics of living organism, and it refers with external and internal structure, cell structure, development of that structure, ecological information, and basis. These are all basis for modern taxonomy. Taxonomy is the process of classification, and classification is based on external and internal structure, cell structure, development, and ecological information. And on the basis of these all paradigm, the basis of common modern taxonomy. Now, human beings is interested to know different organisms and diversity along with their relationship with other. And this term comes under the systematics. That means human beings is interested to know different organism and diversity along with their relationship with others, relationship with the environment, relationship between them. And this we studied under heading systematics, and it deals with the classification of organisms based on their diversities and relationship among them. Now the next topic is the taxonomic hierarchy. Actually जो taxonomy point था ये for this year, for the year board exam for this year, that is 2020 and 21, ये हमारे deleted portion में है. So now taxonomic hierarchy मैं आपको बताने जा रहा हूँ. This is in our syllabus. Taxonomic hierarchy, actually it is the arrangement of various taxa of classification. Now taxonomical study of all known organisms will lead to the development of categories such as kingdom, phylum, division, class, order, family, genus and species. ये सारे के सारे हमारे आते हैं टैक्सोनॉमी की हायरार्की के अंदर. Now these all organisms are placed in various categories which indicate specific relationship between them. Okay, these represent specific relationship between them, and the living organisms are grouped together by certain similarities and show how one group is related to other. Show how one group is related to other, how species are related to genus, how genus are related to family, family related to order, order related to class, and how class related to phylum and kingdom. Likewise kingdom, and the putting up of the taxonomic categories in a logical sequence. Here we put all these taxonomic categories in a logical sequence, and it is known as hierarchy. Hierarchy. Okay, लॉजिकल सीक्वेंस में जब हम अरेंज करेंगे टेक्सोनॉमिक कैटेगरीज को तो इन्हें हम हायरार्की कहते हैं, एंड इट इज अ सिस्टम ऑफ अरेंजमेंट ऑफ क्लासिफिकेशन. एंड द हायरार्की ऑफ कैटेगरीज कंसिस्ट ऑफ डिसेंडिंग सीक्वेंस ऑफ सेवन obligatory categories, and there is a definite order from higher to lower organism. Highest is the kingdom. First one is the kingdom, highest category of classification, and species is the lowest. From species to kingdom, you will proceed from species to kingdom or from kingdom to species, in both ways, from bigger to smaller and smaller to bigger. And in this way, the first topmost is kingdom, then phylum, then class, order, family, genus and species. Okay, as the number of known species increased and the number of taxonomic categories also increased, so that the taxonomic position of the species could be indicated more accurately. So prefix super may be posted, such as we can use subclass or superorder or subphylum may be introduced later on in the same categories. Now, first topic is species, and it is the basic unit of classification. Basic unit. It is the basic unit of classification, and it consists of the population, that is population of individuals, organism, which have the following features. First one, they may be closely resemble to each other. First point is that they have fundamental similarity. That means they are closely resemble to each other. They have more resemblance amongst themselves than the members of other species. First point. Second point, they descend from common ancestor. They descend from common ancestor. They have common ancestor. And the third point, which should be kept in mind, is they freely interbred. They freely interbred in nature to produce fertile offspring. Okay, these are the 3 points. What are they? First one, they have fundamental similarities. Okay, they are closely resemble to each other, the members of the population, and they have resemblance amongst themselves. Second one, they have common ancestor, common ancestors. Third point, they freely interbred in nature to produce fertile offspring. They produce fertile offspring, not sterile, fertile offspring. That means sexually reproducing organism like animals, plants, fungi, and most protists. Okay, in case of asexually reproducing organism, the species is identified by the physical resemblance only, or the resemblance in the biochemistry. In case of dead and preserved specimen, the species are identified by on the basis of morphological and anatomical resemblances. Okay, now this is all about the species definition. And species include all organisms that are similar, able to interbred and produce fertile offspring. Example is Panthera tigris, Panthera leo, Solanum tuberosum, Solanum nigrum. Okay, these are some of the botanical name or geological name. Solanum tuberosum for potato, Solanum nigrum for chili, green chili, then Panthera leo for lion, Panthera tigris for tiger. Okay, here the scientific name consists of, on the basis of binomial nomenclature, two names. First is the generic epithet, another one is the species name, or genus name and species name. Here Panthera is the genus name. You can very well analyze here that tiger and lion have same genus, that is Panthera. Okay, while in their species name tigris or leo, and they have species epithet or species name. This is the generic name Panthera and Solanum, and they have the next higher level taxonomical group. Now genus may have more than one species epithet, that is represent different organism. Now when we consider, or when we talk about the genus, actually genus are the aggregates of closely related species. Closely related species, plural they are known as genera, while singular it is genus. Okay, it implies that all species under one genus have evolved from a common ancestor, and the common feature are called correlated characters, and all the common features are known as correlated characters. These may be very prominent and significant in the organism or inconspicuous and small. Each species is given two names. First one is जैसे Panthera leo का हमने देखा, Panthera pardus और Panthera tigris. All have these leo, pardus and tigris. They are all a specific name or species name, and Panthera is common among themselves, so it is a genus name. Panthera. These are all genus name for lion, leopard and tiger, and they have common genus Panthera. Likewise, there is another genus which is known as Felis, which include cats. Okay. Now, in case of potato, in case of plants, potato, that is Solanum tuberosum, and brinjal, Solanum melongena. Okay, these two, similarly in plants also, potato and brinjal belong to the same genus, that is Solanum. Sometimes a genus may consist of only one existing species. For example, modern man, that is Homo sapiens. In the genus Homo, only single existing species may prevalent. So this is the point which should be kept in your mind. Another one is the family. The related genera are placed together in the same family. Related genera placed together in the same family. These are separated from other related families by important characteristic differences, and the related genera have lesser number of similarities as compared to genus and species. They have lesser number of similarities. Okay, for example, genera Panthera, which includes lion, tiger and leopard, and genera Felis. Okay, Panthera include lion, tiger, leopard. Felidae Felis, that includes cat. These two genera represented a single family known as Felidae. Okay, what is here? Felidae. Family name is Felidae, cat family, and it is distinctly different from the family that is known as Canidae, dogs and foxes family. Canidae, this is Felidae and this one is Canidae. Similarly, in plant also, the family Solanaceae are different in different genera like Solanum, Petunia and Dhatura. In the same way, order, and the order is the related families are placed together in the same order. Related family, assemblies of families which exhibits few similar characteristics. Order, being a higher category, has families that exhibit a few similar characteristics. Generally, order and higher taxonomic categories are identified based on the aggregate of characters. For example, order Carnivora consists of two families, Felidae and Canidae. In case of the plant, family Convolvulaceae and Solanaceae comes under the order Polymoniales. Now, higher to this order is class. Okay, higher to this order, next higher hierarchical category is class, and it includes all the related orders having similar characteristics. Here, related orders is to be kept in our mind. Each class has a number of orders, and the orders are related together by some common features. For example, class Mammalia, it includes order Carnivora, Primata. Okay, primates, primates includes man, gorilla, monkey. Carnivora, lion, cat, dog. In the same way, three different types of orders combined together to form class Mammalia. And then the higher one is the phylum and the division, sixth one, and it includes the related cases are placed together in the same phylum. The related classes are with very few similarities placed together in the same phylum. Here, class pieces for fishes, amphibian, reptiles, aves, mammalia are put together in the phylum Chordata. Phylum Chordata has all animals that possesses notochord and dorsal hollow neural system. In plants, the related classes are put together in a higher category called division. In plant, they are termed as division, while in case of animal, they are termed as phylum. Phylum and division, both are same. The highest category on the hierarchical scale is the kingdom, and it is the highest one. Two different specific type of kingdoms are representing here. First one is the kingdom Animalia, another one is the kingdom Plantae. All animals belonging to various phyla have been put together in the kingdom Animalia. Similarly, all plants have been placed in the kingdom Plantae. All or living organisms have been put in 5 different kingdoms. Okay, this is Whitaker classification, 5 kingdom classification, in which first one is the kingdom Munera. Okay, second one is the kingdom Protista, third one is kingdom Fungi, fourth one kingdom Plantae, and the fifth one is the kingdom Animalia. And these taxonomic categories from species to kingdom are in ascending order, lowest being species and the highest the kingdom. As we go higher from species to kingdom, okay, the number of common characteristics goes on decreasing. इस पॉइंट को याद कर लीजिए, ये बहुत पूछा जाता है, आपके कम्पिटिटिव एग्जाम्स में भी आता है. As we go higher from species to kingdom, the number of common characteristics goes on decreasing. Lower the taxa, more closely related the organism. Lower the taxa, more closely related to the organism are to each other and share more common characteristics. Higher the taxa, lesser is the common number of common characteristics among organism. Okay, now this is all about the chapter 1. Okay, I hope you like it. Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe